Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. How's it going? So we're back with a second live stream of the day for Liverpool visit to Crystal Palace. Um, Sorry, guys, my microphone seems to be very loose. Better. Crystal Palace, Crystal Palace v Liverpool. Live game has just kicked off. We're just a minute in, so apologies. I was be just a moment or second, a minute late because they're coming off the other stream, the Manchester City game. So just bear with me a second, guys. I'm just going to share the team news with you. So there you go. You can see Crystal Palace going with four at the back, five in midfield, one up front, and Liverpool going with the 4-3-3 formation. So the question is, will that work for Liverpool? So at the moment, guys, Crystal Palace in possession. It's just a bit scrappy on that far side. Liverpool have managed to regain the possession, and now a long ball up the field, but it's intercepted by Crystal Palace. So let's quickly go to the chat before we get into the game too much. Stevie's saying, "Hi, guys. Be interesting to see how Liverpool plays tonight." Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure a lot of fans going to be watching this, interested to see how Liverpool play after their performance against Barcelona the other day. So let's hope it's an interesting game. Just to let you guys know, if you're joining us, the link is at the top of the page. If you want to join me on screen, don't do it every stream, but thought we'd do it for this one. Obviously, Liverpool, plenty of talking points. So the link is there. If you click it, you can join me here on the channel. Um, so we're just coming up to 3 minutes gone, guys. Still 0-0. Not much to report at the minute. Just a bit scrappy between the two teams. Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys, just getting myself arranged, organised. So we got a throw in on the far side for Crystal Palace, level with the Liverpool goal mouth. And Palace forced to move the ball back under pressure from Liverpool, particularly Alexander Arnold there closing the space well for Liverpool. So Liverpool now on the ball. So I'm wondering whether this 4-3-3 formation will work well for Liverpool today. They've used it a few times. It seems to be quite their most popular formation at the minute. Crossfield pass from Liverpool, and it's gone out for throwing as I think Alexander Arnold making a good effort there, but Robertson not reading his pass well there. Now Crystal Palace with the throw in. Ball down the pitch for Palace throwing. Liverpool managing to clear it, but not very far. And now Crystal Palace picked up the possession, but then the offside flag has gone up. Now Liverpool in possession again, deep inside their own half. Not much to say at the minute, guys. 6.5 minutes in, and Liverpool just passing it about still, deep inside their own half. Um, not not much movement going forward from either team at the moment. Although Liverpool managing now to get into Crystal Palace's half of the pitch. Now cross comes in from Robertson on this near side, and it's knocked out for a throw-in. Close to the corner flag on the near side. Robertson takes the throwing quickly to Milner. Milner back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Henderson. Now back out onto this near side again. So yeah, Liverpool with the majority of the possession at the minute. Crystal Palace hemmed in their own half of the pitch at the moment. Now Liverpool bring the ball into the centre of the park. It's not back in. Cross comes in, deflected away, and out again on this near side for a throw-in to Liverpool. If you guys just join us, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you. And if you're interested, the link is in the description as well. If any of you guys are interested to come and join me on screen and talk football, you can talk about this game, or you can talk about other football to do with UK clubs if you wish. So Liverpool just having some possession, and Crystal Palace struggling to get the ball at the minute. This is this a good, the question is this a good sign from Liverpool that their early possession cross into the box, but it's deflected away, and corner on that, sorry, throwing on that near side, on that far side for Liverpool, taken quickly, and now back up towards their defenders. Cross field pass from Henderson out to Robertson on this near side. And now Milner on the ball, back to Robertson. And, cross into the box, or just outside the box. But now Palace pick it up, and we've got a foul midway inside Palace's half. So free kick to Palace there. Maggie, evening fan then. Think it's a tough one to predict. Yeah, it is. It is because Liverpool's form is just all over the place at the minute. Crystal Palace's form's not been brilliant. They've been struggling to pick up wins as well. But you know that they are always going to give you a game when they're at home. Liverpool now into the box. Shot comes in from Mo Salah, but wide of the post. And that's just 10 minutes in, guys. Almost bang on 10 minutes with Liverpool having the first serious effort on goal, but it's wide of the post. But yeah, I agree, Maggie. I think you're right, mate. I think it's a tough one to predict. I would say I think I'm gonna go with a 2-1 Liverpool. I think I'll go for 2-1 Liverpool. think that's my prediction. Do you have one, Maggie? Let us know if you've got a prediction, mate. But you are right. It is a tough one to predict. Crystal Palace now in possession, midway inside the Liverpool half, but they've lost it. And now Liverpool pick up the possession, pass the ball back to Alisson. And now the ball with Van Dijk at the moment. Any Liverpool fans on watching? Let us know what's going on with your defensive options, because I noticed that Matip is playing again, and he's made a number of mistakes in the last few weeks in games. So I'm wanting to know if Liverpool fans are losing confidence in Matip, and is there a particular reason why he's getting played so much at the minute when he has been making mistakes? Is there a problem with injuries in defence for Liverpool? Loads of noise coming from the Crystal Palace fans at the moment. Liverpool just passing it about in their own half of the pitch at the moment, not really probing too much of Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace pushed up to try and defend from the front, but they're not closing the ball very well at the moment. Although now they're in with a chance for a mistake from Liverpool in possession. And this is what I keep saying, guys, about this passing it about at the back for too long. Clubs are getting players too comfortable with this passing it about at the back. And there we've just seen Liverpool with a mistake or potential mistake. Just spending too long passing the ball at the back, not getting the ball forward. So now we've got a corner for Crystal Palace on that far side. Corner taken short, but Crystal Palace not be able to make much of that opportunity. But they managed to keep hold of possession, and now back down that far side. But they've ended up running the ball out, and it goes behind for a goal kick to Liverpool. But yeah, like I said, guys, this passing at the back is becoming so evident that so many clubs are doing it, and we keep seeing mistakes, clubs doing it, and then getting caught out in possession, and then basically gifting the opposition an opportunity on goal because basically they're dilly daddling about at the back with the possession instead of getting the ball forward. At the end of the day, the best form of defense is attack. But if you're just passing it about at the back, then you're not doing either. You're not defending and you're not attacking. And you're inviting the opposition to come and try and steal the ball and catch you out. And we've seen a number of clubs do it recently, guys. Not just Liverpool. City have done it. Arsenal have done it. Spurs have done it. Chelsea have done it. So many big clubs that have been losing and conceding goal scoring opportunities through poor possession at the back. So I'd love to know what you guys think of that. Do you think it's it's a flaw? Do you think too many clubs are copying Pep Guardiola's style, trying to play out from the back, and it's not working for them? Maxime is saying, where is everyone? I'm not sure, mate. We've got quite a few viewers, 12 people viewing at the minute. I'm sure some of the others might might drop in shortly. They might have just grabbed, because they were on the last stream. They might have gone off to do something else, or they might just be getting something to eat and a drink and drop in later. I don't know, mate. Hopefully, some more fans will drop in shortly. But like I say, it's up to you guys, obviously, what you've got on. I never want to pressure any of you guys to come and watch streams if you're busy. You're busy, that's totally understandable. But thanks for that, Maxine. Good to see you. Joey's here saying, hi, Gaz. Come on, Liverpool. Absolutely. Joey being a big Liverpool fan, wanting Liverpool to win. And now we've got a foul on the far side of the pitch, almost level with the halfway line. Free kick taken quickly. Crystal Palace moving the ball forward on this near side now as they cut back in to midfield. Cross comes in, headed away by Liverpool. and now Liverpool pick up the possession midway inside Crystal Palace's half of the field. Almost lost it though under pressure from Palace, but just about keeping hold of it with, I think that's Naby Keita in possession there. And now Gakpo on the ball. And Crystal Palace managed to pick it up again, and now coming forward looking to try and hit Liverpool on the counter-attack. Out on that far side looking for a cross. Cross comes in, but it's headed clear. And now Liverpool managed to knock it up the field. It's knocked back. And now we've got another stoppage for a foul for a high foot, guys. High foot. Liverpool with the ball out now from the free kick. Taken short. Matip moving the ball forward. But Crystal Palace dispossess him and knock the ball up the field, but it's straight to Van Dijk, who passes back to Alisson. And now Henderson coming again for Liverpool. You need to speed up the play a bit, Liverpool, if you ask me, guys. They're just playing too slowly at the back here, too cautiously. Get the ball forward. Best form of defence is attack, in my opinion. That used to be the way it was in the old days anyway. Crystal Palace look like they're prepared to just sit off and let Liverpool have the possession and try and hit Liverpool on the counter-attack. Cross comes in for Liverpool. Shot, and it's straight at the goalkeeper, and a good save in the end. But Jota there with a shot on the edge of the box, and it was a good effort, but straight at the goalkeeper, like I say. Joey is saying, gonna say 2-1 Liverpool. Yeah, that's a good shout, mate. That's a good shout. I said 2-1 Liverpool myself. Nothing against Crystal Palace, but I do think Liverpool be determined to get back to winning ways today after their performance against Real Madrid. They'll probably want to use this game to make a statement, getting back to winning ways and show that they have not given up on the season. You would expect that would be the players' attitude, to show their fans that they are still fighting to try and get something out of this season. I don't think it will go down very well with Liverpool fans if Liverpool don't put in some kind of performance in this game after the game against Real Madrid. Thanks for that, Joey. Maggie's saying, good shout, Joey. Hope they get a win for you. Nice one, Maggie. Maggie obviously being a big Bolton fan, as well as the same club as myself. We got a good win today, so Maggie in good spirits, awesome, as I am, and that's what happens when your team win. They put you in good spirits. So I'm sure Joey is hoping for the same thing as well today. Joey's saying, cheers, Maggie. Nice one, Joey. And now Palace picking up possession and under pressure from Liverpool, but managed to knock it forward and almost get a striker there in. And Liverpool again with the sloppiness at the back, but they've been saved by the referee there. The linesman, should I say, not the referee, the linesman flagging for offside, although I'm not sure where the offside came there. Right, now I can see it. Yep. So, Liverpool saved by the offside flag there. Crystal Palace player putting the goalkeeper under pressure in possession. And it resulted in a poor clearance, which Crystal Palace picked up again, but the attacking player trying to put Alisson under pressure found himself caught offside. Now Liverpool in possession further up the field, on the edge of the box now, but Crystal Palace defending in numbers and managed to clear the ball up towards the halfway line. But Liverpool pressuring for possession, and Crystal Palace playing really well there, keeping the possession under pressure. Now move the ball out to this near side, but they've lost it again now to Liverpool. Now Palace the ones making the mistakes at the back. And a challenge from Crystal Palace there on Gakpo. Sees a free kick, and the Crystal Palace players surrounding the referee protesting that decision. Although I'm not sure they got much to process there, because that looked like a blatant foul, a clear and obvious foul from my point of view. I think the referee had an easy decision to make. You always have an easy decision to make when players come challenging from behind. It's never going to go your way when you challenge from behind. Never. Guys, just to let you know, that link is in the description at the top of the page. So you don't have to, but if any of you guys are interested on coming on screen and talking some football, you can click that link and join me on screen and come and have your say about your club. Don't have to just be about this game. You can talk some about this game, but also about your own club as well if you wish. Don't put the link in every stream, but do it sometimes to try and encourage fans to come and get involved in a different way. So if that interests you, the link is at the top in the chat there, right at the top of the chat. You can see it, Fanden, and the link is below. So it's an option if you want to use it, guys. 22 minutes gone, and it's still 0-0 if you're just joining us. Crystal Palace now bringing out the ball from the back. Ball up the field from that far side, and it's knocked out for a throw-in to Liverpool. No, sorry, throw-in to Crystal Palace. And I thought it was Liverpool. I thought it was Palace that had the last touch there, but no. And Palace now moving the ball forward, but under pressure from Liverpool. And now we've got another foul. And I think it's Naby Keita in the book there for pulling the shirt. Don't know why so many players pull the shirt. You're not going to get away with it. So we've got a cross opportunity here for Crystal Palace. Midway in the Liverpool half on that far side. Cross comes in. Oh! And it's headed on, but it's wide of the post. It actually looked like it had gone in there for a second. Had to look at it twice, but no, it's gone wide of the post. Good effort that from Crystal Palace. I think if that had been in the inside of the post, that would have been a goal, because Alisson barely even moved. He was a bit guilty there of ball watching. Now that Liverpool looking to restart the game from the back. Looking to move the ball up the field, but ball's knocked out on that far side by Matip. So yeah, just hearing that apparently Crystal Palace have got the least amount of running stats for this season. That's interesting, guys. I don't know how true it is. I've just heard it, but apparently Crystal Palace have got the least amount of stats distance covered this season so far out of all the Premier League clubs. That's what the TV companies just said. So not sure if there's any truth to that, guys, but I presume there is. They wouldn't say it if there wasn't some truth to it. So that's quite an interesting. Will that be a plus for Liverpool or a minus for Crystal Palace? That's going to be an interesting one to take notice of, isn't it, guys? 25 minutes gone and it's still 0-0. And now we've got another stoppage. Liverpool with a free kick. Taken short. Stop. Honest. Why are Liverpool? you'd think they'd be hungry to get up front and create some goal scoring opportunities. But the way they've started this game, they're quite happy to keep possession at the back for long periods, which is a dangerous game, if you ask me, because they've already shown in recent weeks that they can be caught out in possession at the back. And now Liverpool with the ball forward. And another challenge on Jota there. And now we're going to see a free kick on the edge of the box, level with right in front of the face of goal, actually. And the referee has dished out a yellow card. I think that's the Klein, Crystal Palace player. Took him clean out there, to be fair, guys. Jota received the possession, and Crystal Palace players tried to slide around his front leg to get a challenge in, but he's ended up taking the ball and the man. Yeah, it is a bit of a clumsy challenge. You can't blame the player for trying to challenge for the ball. That's what we want to see players do. You don't want to see players just standing off the ball when they let the opposition get comfortable possession. So he's right to challenge, but he's just got the timing of the challenge really bad because he's not only took the ball, he's took the player as well, and potentially could have risked a bit of a serious injury there as well with the sloppiness of that challenge. So we've got a free kick for Liverpool. So we've got two Liverpool players standing over this, Mo Salah and Alexander Arnold. Looks like both players looking to make a claim to take this free kick. I would have said this is a better opportunity for Alexander Arnold. Trent is so good at crossing the ball over. He's scored from positions similar to this before anyway, that's for sure. Oh, and it's a good effort, but the wall does its job and it ricochets out on that far side. For I think it actually hit a Liverpool player, I think. Yep, it did. It's hit a Liverpool player, gone out for a goal kick to Crystal Palace. I think it might have been Henderson that took the brunt of that. I think I'm not sure. I couldn't see the play because the player that it hit scrunched himself up that much. You couldn't see who it was. So yeah, play Rebecca. How's it going, Rebecca? That's interesting. Suppose Palace do like to sit back and defend. Absolutely, Rebecca. Um, I think it's understandable Crystal Palace going with that tactic. It's probably a sensible tactic with the fact that they're playing against, arguably one of the strongest clubs in, one of the strongest teams in the league. We know we're not seeing that with the Liverpool performances this season, but Crystal Palace is probably the best opportunity for them to get something out of this game is to soak up the pressure and try and hit Liverpool on the counter attack. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. Rebecca, that is exactly spot on. Good tactics from Palace. You can't blame them for using that tactic. They're not the kind of team that likes to dilly daddle with loads of possession, are they? They're just that kind of team that likes to play at speed and just try and catch you out on the counter attack. So, if you guys wondering who Becky is, that's my missus. That's my missus. Ball up the field from Liverpool out onto this near side. Crystal Palace managing to clear it out, knock it out. I think they knocked it out there, actually. So we're almost on 31 minutes gone, guys. Liverpool now in possession inside their own half. Now Liverpool moving the ball forward with Robertson on this near side. And a 1-2. Nice bit of play that for Liverpool down this near side. Shot comes in, but deflected away. And the ball's knocked out on the far side for a throw into Liverpool. Thanks, Platty. Joey said, "Well, hello, Rebecca, Gaz's missus." Thanks for that, Joey. Appreciated. Obviously, she's not a football fan, but she will occasionally drop in just to show a little bit of support when she sees that the chat's a little bit quieter. But yeah, she's not a football fan, as you could understand. But she's very supportive, mate. Very supportive of what I'm doing. Always showing support in the background that a lot of the stuff that you guys don't see. But thank you very much, Joey. Appreciate you making the effort to say hello to her, mate. Thank you. And Rebecca, hi, Joey. Nice one, Platty. Thanks for that. And now ball up the field from Liverpool out onto that far side. Trent picks it up and a 1-2 with Trent and Naby Keita to work round the defending of Crystal Palace. Now Palace are coming again down that far side. They've managed to get the possession and catch Liverpool a little bit on the back foot here. And an attempted cross is blocked off by Milner. He's such honest. I have so much respect for James Milner. What a workhorse he is. He should be sat with his feet up somewhere now, like we are. We're enjoying the game. He's that old. He's old enough to now be in retirement, but he still wants to play. Still wants to put a shift in. Still wants to work hard. And how can you not respect a player like that? He might not be the most skillful player, might not be the most talented player, but one thing he does is works hard for the team, and I have a lot of respect for players like that. Really do. It's a shame It's a shame he's like he's like the end of an era to me. James Milner. He represents the old school way of playing. He's like the end of the era of the likes of Roy Keane and I'm trying to think of players like Alan Smith. I don't know if you guys remember Alan Smith. He was a hard working player. I don't know. The last I heard of him, he went to Newcastle, and then I think he went down into the lower leagues playing there, and I've not heard of him since. But he used to be a hard working player. Roy Keane, like I say, trying to think of other players. Paul Scholes, another hard working player. I can't think of his name now. Patrick Vieira, I should think of his name because he's the manager of Crystal Palace. Patrick Vieira, the same hard-working player for Arsenal. But we're seeing them type of players seem to be a dying breed now. But James Milner comes from that era. He comes from that generation of players. And like I say, he shows it with the way he plays. He's like a little miniature football tank. um, Thanks for that, Platty. Joey's saying, I agree, Gaz. Any team is gonna do what works best for them. Absolutely, Joey. Like I say, Crystal Palace lacking in confidence at the minute for their fact that they've been struggling to pick up results. So it's only normal. You can respect that they're going to try. They're not going to come out and try and play against Liverpool. They know they'll probably get played off the park if they try to go toe to toe playing Liverpool. So their best chance of getting a result is to soak up the pressure, to see how Liverpool are going to play, soak up the pressure, and then try to adapt their own style of play around how Liverpool are playing. Because let's be honest, no disrespect to Crystal Palace, but I would say that Liverpool, even though they're playing badly or the results are not going the way at the minute, they're very much a much more accomplished team. Is that a fair statement to make? Um, Although I'm surprised to see Crystal Palace struggling this season, to be honest, because um, I thought they would be doing much better under the new manager. Well, he's not new anymore. He's been there for a while, hasn't he, Patrick Vieira? But I would have thought he'd. It depends whether he's got the players done it. This is the thing. The manager's going to have success depending on they've got the players to replicate the style of play that they want, and you would expect that Patrick Vieira. Oh, cross into the box from Crystal Palace, but it goes past everybody and out on that far side for a goal kick. But yeah, I was just going to say, you would expect Patrick Vieira to be maybe managing Crystal Palace and then expecting his players for Crystal Palace to play a similar style as what we're seeing Vincent Company use for Burnley. It's working well for Vincent Company, but bear in mind that is in the Championship, not in the Premier League. Premier League's a lot more competitive. Well, I wouldn't say it's a lot more competitive. It's just a different level, in it. Lot more quality of players with, individual skill that you come up against in the Premier League. That's not so much evident in the Championship. But I'm just saying, because they're former defenders, you would expect that they're going to manage their team or encourage their team to play in a similar fashion how they used to play as managers. I don't know whether you guys think that, agree that, or not. Is that some logic in that or not? Let me know what your thoughts are. Joey's saying, even if it's boring play, yeah, like I say, sometimes you have to do it. Sometimes you have to do it. I'm not a big fan of fans that criticise teams that play boringly, because if they do it week in, week out, then yeah, it's fair criticism. But if you're just doing it, if you do it, oh, hang on a minute, guys. Opportunity for Crystal Palace. It's knocked out onto that far side, but can they keep this going? But no, they can't. They lose the possession to Liverpool. But wasted opportunity there for Palace. Liverpool moving the ball up to halfway line quickly, but they lose it again. Now Palace come back with the possession. Ball forward for Palace. Under pressure from Liverpool, so they're forced to pass it back towards the halfway line. But yeah, I agree, Joey. I agree. I don't agree with a team playing that boring style of football, long ball tactics, week in, week out. But I think it's also a tactic that's gets unfair criticism because I'm not saying use long ball tactics all the time, but if you come up against a superior team that likes to have the ball on the floor, one perfect team to show you that doesn't like that is Barcelona. You watch the way Barcelona play. They love possession-based football. When have you seen, particularly even when you go back to when Messi was playing for them, you look at the way they play. Whenever a team was prepared to use long balls over the top, it would create panic in the Barcelona team because they want to play the ball on the floor. That is where they play their best football. That is where they're gonna beat your hands down. And like Joey's saying, sometimes you need to use the tactics that are going to suit your team compared relevant to the team that you're playing. So I'm not saying you should play boring tactics all the time. Oh, opportunity there, and shot coming from Crystal Palace, cross coming from Crystal Palace. It ricocheted off Naby Keita and went wide of the post, but that was a dangerous moment there for Liverpool. But yeah, like I said, guys, I think as Joey's saying, when none of us like to see boring football or boring style of play, but like Joey's saying, you have to give teams credit that if they're going to use it for certain games. I think that's where fans need to be a bit more understanding that it's a tactic that you can use. It might be boring, it might not be enjoyable to watch, but it can get you results. Mo Salah with an opportunity, and goalkeeper saves it comfortably. 40 minutes gone, so he had a shot on 10 minutes, and now he's just had another shot on the 40 minutes. Is that a sign that he's going to score today? Thanks for that, Joey. Joey also saying Laugh out loud. He's a tank. Doesn't know when to stop. He doesn't. He does. You know what I mean? He's just. He's not that kind of player that's going to show you loads of silky, flary football, is he? But what he is going to do is he's going to work hard, and he's just done it now. He's just took out another Crystal Palace player on this near side. Just as we're talking about him, in comes the Panzer Milner. Opportunity for Crystal Palace off the top of the bar. But yeah, Joey, I think that's a fair assessment. He's like a little football tank, isn't he? There's not many players you see like James Milner that take the knocks and the bangs in a game and still want to carry on playing. He still gets up and wants to carry on playing. And he's quite and he's never afraid to chuck himself into a challenge either. So I think for them reasons, you've got to class him as a little football tank. Henderson now on the ball for Liverpool. Possession stats: 80% of possession in Crystal Palace half of the pitch, 20% possession in Liverpool's half of the pitch. So that's interesting. That's not team possession, guys. That's just possession in each half of the field. So 80% it's been in Crystal Palace's half, 20% in Liverpool's half. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just letting you know the stats, but that's quite interesting. That's telling of how the game's going so far. And now Crystal Palace pick up the possession inside their own half again, looking to get forward, but end up knocking the ball out for a throw-in to Liverpool on that far side. Joey's saying, defo, mate, can't fault his work rate. Absolutely, mate. Yep, like I say, I like to point it out. I think he's like I say, you know, I don't know. What do you think, Joey? What I was saying about earlier. Do you think that Liverpool should play for Firmino? I'm not sure. Is he playing today? Because Nunez out injured or something from the game the other day? I'm sure I've read that this week that he's out with an injury or something. But I'd love to know, Joey. Do you think that Liverpool should be playing Firmino at the minute to get back, to see if that helps them get back to winning ways? Because you must remember the work rate that he puts in from the front. He's very physical, and defenders don't like him. They don't like him because he gets right in their face. Not in the way like Mo Salah will. Like Mo Salah will catch out defenders with speed and tenacity, whereas I think that Firmino challenges the defenders physically. And as well as with with that little bit of Brazilian flair that he's got as well, because I'm not saying he's one of the most flary Brazilians there is, but he does have that little bit of flair when you see how clever he can be in possession, holding off defenders and still manage to get a pass to his teammates whilst under pressure. He's very good at that. Like I say, I don't know whether there's something gone on. I don't know whether Klopp's dropped him because of his age or whether he's dropped him through lack of confidence or what. I don't know. But I'd be interested to know, Joey, do you think that Klopp should be looking to play Firmino a bit more to help Liverpool defend better from the front? Because it was a strength of Klopp's when he came in that he got you guys defending from the front. And that was a real strength tactic from Liverpool. But since results have been going badly for you guys recently, I don't think we've seen you do it as much. You haven't seen as much defending from the front as what we used to for Liverpool. So we've got a goal kick now for Crystal Palace after a bit of scrappiness on that far side. So 45 minutes gone. We're bang on a halfway line on the half-time mark, guys. 1 minute of time added on. So free kick with Liverpool now. Alisson passes the ball forward to Robertson. Robertson to Van Dijk. Van Dijk back to Alisson. and Liverpool may just want to play this last moment of the game out at the back. Hopefully not. But yep, Henderson now passes again back to Alisson. Long ball up the field now from Alisson, up towards Mo Salah. But Crystal Palace managed to receive it and knock the ball back up towards the halfway line. And now Mo Salah almost getting Liverpool in there. So I think that might be the final kick of the first half. Guys, please do drop your comments in. It'd be great to hear from you. I'll come back to the comments in a second, but we're almost on the halftime whistle here. So we're just having a free kick from Crystal Palace. And there goes the full time whistle for there goes the whistle for half time. Sorry, full time whistle. What am I on about? Half time whistle. Sorry, guys. So at half time, it's 0-0. Not much to report, guys. Work to do for both managers if they're going to get some. If we're going to get some goals in this game. So let's see what you guys are saying in the chat, and then I think we'll have a quick look over the results earlier today because I haven't had a chance to do that. Might as well while we've got a moment at half time. Joey's saying, yeah, Nunez is injured. I thought he was. I thought he picked up an injury the other day, didn't he? So yeah, that's not good. But that could be a blessing in disguise, like I say, to get Firmino in the team. Joey's saying, think we should be playing Firmino more. I like him. Yeah, well, obviously Klopp maybe is concerned about his age or his fitness or something. I don't understand because he went from being Klopp's number one player up front, first choice on the team sheet, to now suddenly he's not. He's not the favourite anymore. He's coming on a lot more as a sub. So I don't know whether that's Klopp losing faith in him as a striker or whether that's Klopp feeling that his age is working against him now. But I agree, Joey. I think when you watched Firmino and what he did for Liverpool before, he was very good at holding up the ball, very good at making life difficult for the defenders up front. He's kind of he's a bit of a throwback of a striker. You don't see that many strikers like that anymore that are good at defending from the front and good at being physical with defenders. A lot of strikers, as we know, guys, in this day and age, are about speed. They're about speed and skill. Firmino has got the skill. There's no question he's got skill because we've seen, if you watch highlights of him, you'll see how well he can control the ball under pressure. He's very good at it. But like I say, I don't know. I'm curious to know whether Klopp's given up on him because he feels that because he's been listening to too much of the criticism. Because there's a lot of criticism coming towards Firmino, not because of his work rate, but just because he's a striker. There was a lot of criticism coming his way saying that for a striker he didn't score enough goals. But that was, to me, was an absolute ridiculous comment to challenge for that because I think Firmino gave as a striker. He gives something different. He's not what you call a traditional striker. He's not about just scoring goals. He's a striker that gives you a different aspect to a normal striker. That's why players are sold for millions of pounds. That's why Liverpool paid 80-odd million pounds for Van Dijk because he's got something unique that other defenders don't have. That's why they were prepared to pay that top money. And that is what football's about. You don't want every player being exactly the same because football would become very boring. Different players offer different bring different qualities to the team that they play for. And I thought that the criticism that Firmino got for the lack of for not scoring enough goals was a bit unfair because it showed that people were not looking at what else he gave to the team, what else he brought to the team, what other aspects he contributed. So for me, um, I don't know whether I'm curious. Like I said, I don't know whether Klopp's been listening to some of that criticism, and that's why he's dropped him. I don't know, but for me, it's unfair criticism because I think the fact that he's prepared to put in that work rate and sacrifice the opportunities on goal to allow other players to get shots off, I think that shows a real team player myself. But like I say, football's all about the opinions. That's my opinion. I think Firmino is a fantastic player. Joey's saying, think he can be great at creating chances. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's good at. Yeah, you're right, Joey. I think he's good at creating chances because he's good at holding up the ball, isn't he, mate? You can pass the ball to him on his own. He can be the only man up front for Liverpool with 3 defenders around him, and he can actually hold on to the ball. He can hold off the defenders on his own. I've seen him do it when, obviously, it's not been for a while now because he's not been playing as much. But I know when he first came to Liverpool, he was doing stuff like that quite regular. He'd hold up the ball all on his own on the up front, wait for the wing players to get up the field to assist him, and he'd pass the ball off. He'd play the ball off to them. So yeah, I agree, Joey. Think he's a great, like you say, great at creating chances because he's good at holding the ball. And that means that other players get the opportunity to score goals because he helps them provide. He's a good, what's the word I'm looking for? He's good at assisting, and in that's the word I'm looking for. He's good at assisting goals. So yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Joey also saying, I think because we have had so many injuries over the last few months, I think Klopp is keeping him in reserve. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, you could be right, mate. You could be spot on there because that would be a logical tactic. But I'm just thinking that obviously with the criticism Liverpool are facing at the minute from media and tourist fans that want to, you know, jump on the bandwagon with this Klopp out nonsense. I think that you would have thought that maybe Klopp would go back to what he knows works. And Firmino is definitely something that works in him, mate. Like I say, he might not be the most exciting player to watch, but he's a good team player. And when you're struggling for results, you need team players that are going to do what's right for the team. You don't need individuals that are just after the glory. So yeah, well said, Joey. Thanks for that, mate. Joey also saying, but it doesn't make sense. Wouldn't you play your better players, especially the way we have been playing? Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I think the problem with Klopp with Firmino, mate. I think that Klopp is feeling that he needs to replace Firmino. I think because Firmino's getting older, I think he's looking at solutions to bring in younger players. And with the players that Liverpool have gone and let go, you can see that because I think that's why they made the mistake of allowing Wijnaldum to go. Not because he wasn't doing it anymore, but I think Liverpool were simply getting concerned about having an aging squad. So they didn't want to hang on to too many players that were coming of age and getting into their 30s. So, like I say, I don't agree with them letting go Wijnaldum. I think that was a really bad decision. But the reason I'm making that point is because I think that's Liverpool's philosophy at the minute is to bring in players to not have an aging squad. Because I'm trying to think, there's a club at the minute getting criticised for that, and I can't think who it is with an aging team. It might be Tottenham. I'm thinking of. I'm not saying they've got a really old team, but you face that dilemma, don't you, guys? Where if you keep hold of too many older players, then you could end up in a position where too many of them age or slow up all at the same time. So I think it's very fashionable at the minute for clubs to keep looking to try and bring in young players at every opportunity to reduce the height, the average age of their squad. So yeah, don't know if there's anything, if you guys think anything of that, but yeah, Joey, I think that's the main reason. I think Klopp's just mainly concerned about Firmino slowing up in old age as he gets older. But he's still a talented player. I agree. He should still be chucking him in there. Um, and I'm sure Firmino, with a few games, because you've got to think when you're sticking him in only for 20 minutes here and 20 minutes there and 15 minutes, at the end of each game, you're not going to get the best out of him. You know, you're not going to get the best out of him because he's not getting full match fitness. To get him match fit, you need to play him in a run of games, and then he can get his match fitness up, and that's going to make him sharper on the ball with possession, with passing to his teammates, providing, assisting, and also obviously attempting to score goals as well. So I agree, Joey. Um, Sorry, guys, I'm yawning my head off here. Joey's saying, think that's why Klopp got Gakpo to replace Firmino. Do you think? Do you think? I thought that was why he brought in the other lad to replace Firmino. Darwin Nunes. I thought he brought him in to replace Firmino. Going with um, a different style of a striker up front, and that would explain what I'm trying to say about. I think a lot of people, a lot of people looking at Firmino in the wrong way, looking at him as a striker and uh, thinking that because a striker's a striker, they've got to score goals. And Firmino does score goals, but sometimes he'll sacrifice. Sorry, guys, I'm catching a wire there underneath my feet. I think I was saying that. Yeah, I think Firmino's a different type of striker, but this day and age, is a lot of fans just expect strikers to just concentrate, score goals. They just want players to just be like Haaland, just hanging on the end of the defenders and looking to grab on the end of any type of goal. But you watch, guys, you watch as much as everybody's raving and ranting and raving and banging on about um, Haaland, and we've seen it with Mo Salah as well about how great he is at scoring goals. There's no question. There's absolutely no question that these players are top goal scorers. Yeah, but if you look at the history of football, guys, and look at other players that are from previous generations that have been like that, they don't score goals like that as consistently like Haaland is scoring goals without the assistance of their teammates. The going on with this stupid thing? Sorry, yes. So I was just saying, let's look at other players like that similar to Haaland from generations gone by, that relied on that became arrogant and became um, thinking that they were bigger than the team. And the one player that comes to mind straight away is Nicolas Anelka. Nicolas Anelka almost destroyed his career by thinking that he was the main man of the show, and what that resulted in was him ending up playing for a lot of clubs because a lot of clubs, seeing his attitude, brought him in thinking he was a 20 goal a season striker, which he was. But then once they got him in, they realised his attitude stunk. He thought he was bigger and better than the rest of the team, bigger and better than the clubs that he played for, and it created problems. And right through the first half of his career, he did nothing but chop and change, moving clubs. Um, Eventually, he wised up and realised that that he wasn't bigger than any club. I think he toned it down a bit, um, and he actually came playing for Bolton when he had after he'd had his big piece of humble pie, and when he signed for Bolton. He signed for Bolton. well, under the condition that if a bigger club came in for him, um, that Bolton would allow him to leave. That was the conditions of his contract. Now, why would a striker need to do that? I'll tell you why a striker needs to do that, because a lot of the big clubs had lost faith in him and were no longer interested in him. So he needed to remarket himself. And he did that by playing for Bolton, going there, working hard, scoring goals, um, and um, and eventually he got his move to Chelsea. Now, if you're wondering why I'm pointing that out, what I'm trying to point out is because uh, Anelka was a very selfish player in the first half of his career. He thought he was more important than the team, thought he was more important than his teammates, and he was very arrogant with it. But what he failed to recognise was that the goals that he scored, he wouldn't have had a sniff of scoring any of them goals if it weren't for the work rate that was being done behind him from his teammates. So as much as we have great strikers like Haaland, who's scoring bucket loads of goals, and no question he is a top player, but he would not score all them quality goals if everybody else in the team weren't doing the hard work that he's not doing. All the other players, all the other 10 players put in the hard work so that he can just concentrate on scoring goals. Now, when you look at Firmino, he's not that kind of striker. He will not expect you to put the work in so he can just sit up front and score the goals and get the glory. He's the kind of striker that will come back, help the defenders, help the midfield, and hold the ball up and work as part of the team. And like I say, I think a lot of players, a lot of fans and pundits overlooked that when Firmino was getting getting a lot of criticism for the lack of goals that he was scoring. Just shows the lack of football knowledge coming from the mainstream media, the pundits, and certain elements of the football community that, like I say, didn't want to acknowledge what else he contributed to the team. But like I say, football and sport would be very boring, wouldn't it, if everybody was the same? Joey's saying, appreciate. Apparently, Madrid are interested in signing Firmino. Now, that doesn't surprise me, mate, because they've got an aging striker that is still being raved about, but he's going to slow up at some point, isn't he? But that doesn't surprise me. A lot of clubs should be interested in Firmino, to be fair, because I think he's still got something to give. Every Premier League club should be, especially the ones in the relegation zone, because what an asset he would be for those kind of clubs, holding the ball up for them, to get more opportunities to get forward. But yeah, I didn't know that, Joey. So thanks for that, mate. I'll try and have a look at that later. Didn't have any clue. I'm quite surprised with that. Doesn't surprise me as in respect to the player. It surprises me because it's not the type of player that Madrid normally go for, to be fair. Leo, hi. How's it going, Leo? Welcome to the show, mate. Always a pleasure to see new fans dropping in. Welcome to Football Fan Den UK. Always great to see new fans. As I say, mate, let us know what club you support. If you're a fan of either Liverpool or Crystal Palace or maybe another club, it'd be great to hear from you, mate. Leo there saying hi. So good to see that, mate. Thank you very much for dropping in. And like I say, let us know what club you support. And also, if you have any thoughts on the score prediction for this game, Leo, it'd be good to hear from you, mate. Thank you very much for that. Leo, obviously, saying hi 3 times. So thanks for that, mate. Joey saying hi, Leo. Thanks for that, Joey. Top man, nice one. Joey, always enthusiastic about welcoming new fans. Crossed into the box for Crystal Palace and attempted header on, but unable to get a clear shot there as Alexander Arnold was making the opportunity for a header difficult, staying close to the player, tight to his man. And now Liverpool coming again down this near side. Henderson currently on the ball. Passes back to Alexander Arnold, who switches the play out to that far side. And now it's Robertson looking to get a cross in, but his cross is blocked. And he ends up coming back into midfield. And now Matip coming forward for Liverpool. Ball out to this near side. Alexander Arnold with a cross into the box, and then another shot. And the shot comes off. I think it was Mo Salah with that shot, but it's hit the crossbar. Alexander-Arnold with a beautiful cross there into the box, and eventually fell to Mo Salah, who got the shot off, but it's ricocheted right off the top of the crossbar, and Crystal Palace get away with it there. So if Mo Salah scores today, apparently that will be his 20th goal of the season, which is quite surprising because I suppose that just shows the high standard that he set, didn't it, guys? Because um, he's not scoring as fluently as we know he was previously. Now Liverpool moving the ball out from the back. Matic on the ball, moves it towards Alexander Arnold Trent on this near side. Now, and it's cut out by Crystal Palace and it goes out for a throw in on this near side. We're currently having the referee having words with Henderson and one of the Crystal Palace players. I'm not sure who that is. Alicia. Alicia. Is it? Oh, how can you bollock Henderson for that? All he done is stood there with his hands up, and it's the Crystal Palace player that's mauling him. I don't understand. Honest, what do these referees watch sometimes? You can see that with a Crystal Palace player blatantly mauling Henderson. He's got his arms out, not touching him. Liverpool now in possession. 50 minutes gone, guys. Ball out to this near side. Alexander Arnold Trent trying a 1-2 there with Mo Salah, but it didn't quite come off with the press coming from Palace. So throwing for Liverpool on this near side. And now Palace moving the ball up the field. And they'll lose it. A good effort there from Palace, but they end up losing it. Liverpool keeping tight to the defenders. It's a bit better performances from Liverpool, to be fair. I hope they're fired up for the replay against Madrid when it comes. It's not. It's another 2 weeks for that yet, though, isn't it? Oh, it's crazy at this time of the season. It might be 3 weeks, mightn't it? Um, the way they break it up this stage of the season. So we're going to have a corner for Liverpool. Cross into the box. And Palace managed to pick it up. Clearing it up towards the halfway line, but Liverpool have now picked it up again. With Palace having nobody all the way up the field apart from one player, and he wasn't deep enough to receive that. And now the ball's knocked long down this near side to Mo Salah and ends up going out for a throw into Crystal Palace, almost level with the goal box of Liverpool. You guys just join us. Please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you. And ball up the field now from Palace. Ends up being knocked out again for another throw in. Long ball up the field from Henderson. And now Elliott manages to pick up the ball after it's initially headed away by Palace. We don't get many players, do we, called Elliott? Is it just me, guys, or do we don't get many football players called Elliott, do we? I'm not familiar with many football players being called Elliott. Just taking a knock there as well, so hopefully he's going to be okay. So we've got a free kick for Liverpool on this near side. Alexander Arnold looking to be the one to take it, although Andy Robertson's also standing over it as well. And it's Robertson to take it, and it's deep towards the back post, but Crystal Palace tried to clear it, but not quite cleared it quite, but do eventually get it up towards the halfway line, trying to push further up the field, but eventually the ball ended up with Alisson. And now Liverpool will build again from the back. 54 minutes gone. Well, just coming up to 55 minutes, guys. Now Liverpool moving the ball forward from midway inside their own half. Just so slow at the minute, this game, guys. You can tell that this is both two teams that are not, booming with confidence at the minute. Just how slow the game is building up, the build-up players. Cross forward from this near side for Liverpool, but it ends up being knocked out by Crystal Palace defenders. Oh, so Joe, I'll come to your comment in a sec, mate. Just see this corner. Corner comes in from Alexander Arnold Trent. Shot. Oh, and it's well wide of the post. Matip, you want it to fall to anybody but Matip. He's I've nothing against the lad, but he's not exactly convincing with his play at the minute. His defending's got mistakes in it. So he's cost the Liverpool a goal the other week in one of the other games. Um, and plus he's the defender. You don't really want defenders to be getting on the end of balls, do you really, when the crossing another corner comes in. Liverpool managing to keep possession. Oh, and it's pushed out wide of the goal and get a shot off there with Jota, but Crystal Palace defenders managing to make the make the angle awkward and difficult. So Jota's shot is well high and wide. Joey's saying it's the 15th of March, the replay. Is it that far? Mind you, we're nearly at the end of February anyway, aren't we? The months are just honest, mate. Why does it go so quick after Christmas? It really does, doesn't it? It's rapid. The time flies by after Christmas. I don't know if you guys notice it, but I certainly notice it. Crystal Palace now looking to move the ball forward. And they do get it forward. Palace on this near side now in possession, but under pressure from Liverpool. Looking to get across into the box if they can, but they don't. They're coming back into midfield to try and create more space and eventually come back down this near side, trying to get across, but it's blocked off by Liverpool's defender. And that's a throw into Palace. So throw into Palace, taken. Liverpool keeping it tight on this near side. Eventually, a ball knocked out again for another throw-in. Thanks for that, Joey. 15. So, yeah, I didn't know. I just thought, it's coming round. It's weird, isn't it, the way they break it up this season. Normally, it's 2 weeks apart, in it, for Champions League games most of the time. But this time of the season, when they first come back after Christmas, it's like 3 weeks, in it. Like 3 weeks. It's weird how they break it up. I'm sure you know what I mean. Your club regular being involved in it. But the breakup is slightly different for the first knockout phase, with some of the games being 3 weeks apart. Um, Palace now on the ball, inside their own half, but looking to push up into Liverpool's half, on the halfway line now, and forced to pass back through Liverpool, getting men behind the ball. Joey saying, we better be ready, laugh out loud. Yep, absolutely. I agree, mate. I'll be rooting for you guys in that Madrid game. I know it's a long shot to turn that around, but like I've said before, if there's a team in this country that could turn a result like that around, it's Liverpool. They've shown they can do it before at Anfield. Now they need to show they can do it away from home. In fact, they've shown unbelievable tenacity in Europe, playing away in Europe as well, haven't they, mate? So they've shown they can do it. They've got it in them. And 15th of March is probably good, mate. Gives you guys a couple of weeks to get some confidence running through that squad to go again. Maybe catch, come up with some new tactics that might catch out Madrid. It's about time you guys started getting the better of Madrid. They've had the better of you for too long now, mate. And I'm definitely looking forward to when Liverpool or any English club or Scottish club for that matter manages to give a massive piece of humble pie to Real Madrid. The bigger, the better. So 60 minutes gone, guys. Palace past the game is so slow at the moment. Palace in possession, deep inside their own half, under pressure from Liverpool, and that press from Liverpool from the front has cost Liverpool Crystal Palace possession, but they managed to nick it back again now and looking to hit Liverpool on the break. Ball out to that far side, cross comes in, but it's coming to nobody in the box ready to receive that. He took the cross. He had more time for that. I don't understand why he's took that cross so quickly. He had more time to compose himself, wait for his teammates to get into the box. But he's just took the cross. He's just made the cross way too quickly. So Joey's saying, I find Jan goes too slow, then rest of year whizzes by. I don't know actually. I don't know. I think January can go. I've had January's what I felt like they've dragged a bit, so I know where you're coming from with that. Normally when it's peeing it down all the time, and it's doing nothing but raining, so it feels like the month can be a drag because you can't get out and do things. But I've also had January's what I felt like they've gone by really quick. But I think that's because I don't know. I think part of it is because my birthday's in March, so it always feels like between Christmas and March, them couple of months just whiz by. They just whiz by. It just feels like it don't. It kind of maybe you guys experience it. I don't know with whenever your birthdays are, but I know for me, it feels like after Christmas, my birthday's just here before I know it. It's just here, and it's like, how have I got to my birthday so quickly? Do you know what I mean? So for me, I think that's maybe why I always feel like the start of the year just goes really quickly because obviously after, especially now getting older after Christmas, I don't wish for my birthday to come round too quickly. You know what I mean? Because I'm getting older now. So, but it always does feel like that. That 2 months or so before my birthday, between Christmas and my birthday, it goes just rapid, just flies by, absolutely rapidly. So maybe that's why I have that different feeling. Maybe your birthday's later in the year, Joey, so you don't have that feeling. But for me, it definitely does feel like it whizzes by between Christmas and when my birthday comes round. So yeah, mate. But thanks for that, Joey. Um, Joey saying, I know, mate. So I've itchy fingers to get revenge on them. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I'd love to see you guys get some payback on Real Madrid. I would love you guys to give them a massive piece of humble pie. And Crystal Palace now are moving forward on the edge of the box now. Will they get an opportunity? Sorry, guys. Joey, I'll come back to your comments in a sec, mate. Just see whether Crystal Palace make anything of this. Cross comes in, and it's towards the front post, headed on, but just couldn't get it on target, and it's out on this near side. Oh, really poor possession there from Liverpool. They had possession. They passed it back into midfield straight to a Palace player, and now Palace come again. That's really poor that from Liverpool. I think it was Jota on that near side. I think Crystal Palace another cross, but it's blocked off this time and goes out for a corner on that far side. Sorry, Joey. But yeah, I'm itching for you guys to get revenge on them as well, mate. I hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Real Madrid's fans just too arrogant, in my opinion. Just way too arrogant. Yes, they've had a lot of success, but that club is just, like I said to you guys the other day, it's not a fair club competing fairly when they're getting handouts from the taxpayer. Corner it taken and straight to the into the goalkeeper's hands. Alisson making that look easy. Now Liverpool on the move. Alisson getting Liverpool moving quickly down this near side. Cross into the box from Milner, and it's knocked back out towards goal, but Liverpool managed to pick it up and don't manage to get the shot off. And now it's back with Van Dijk on that far side. Van Dijk passes back to Matip. And Matip looking to get the ball forward there to Alexander-Arnold-Trent, but it's cut out by Palace. And now Henderson on the ball after the throw-in was taken. Milner looking good. In a minute, question is Milner going to get the full 90 minutes in this game? We've seen him get substituted a lot. Ball is now out on that far side for Liverpool, with Liverpool, but Crystal Palace cut it out, and now Crystal Palace looking to try and hit Liverpool on the counter-attack, moving the ball up the field quite quickly here now. The pace of the game just picked up a little bit. Oh, Henderson, what are you thinking there? He's going to get a yellow card there, no question. What was he thinking? The Crystal Palace player on the attack down that far side. And Henderson was running with him, just slightly behind him. And he's just it looked a lot worse in full motion than it did when you see it slowed down. But he has made contact with the Crystal Palace player, and the Palace player took full advantage, and it's the deck, and that's sees Henderson get a yellow card and a free kick for Crystal Palace on the far side, right on the edge of the goal box. So this is not going to. I very much doubt this is going to be a shot. It's going to be a cross because it's too tight of an angle for a shot. Although it's not impossible. We've seen. I think we've seen Mo Salah score from this kind of angle, so it's not impossible. But you would expect Crystal Palace to just cross this right into the mix of the players and try and get a header on it. The referee just sorting things out in the middle of the box as players grappling with each other, as you can imagine. Keep your comments coming, guys. We'll come back to the comments in a moment. So Palace about to take this free kick as we approach 68 minutes gone, and the cross hits the wall and ricochets out up towards the halfway line, and Palace managing to pick it up, but under pressure from Liverpool and pass it all the way back to their goalkeeper. Goalkeeper passes it up the field, long ball up the field, but it goes straight to Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold Trent picks it up, and now Liverpool will try. Why are they coming back? Honest, why are they cutting back? They just had the opportunity then to move at Crystal Palace at speed, and they come back towards their defenders. That is definitely a sign of a lack of confidence in the Liverpool team there. Liverpool coming forward now with Matic from the back to Milner. And got a Crystal Palace player down trying to claim a foul, but the referee giving nothing. And oh, what is he doing? Liverpool with some sloppy possession here, but now Henderson manages to pick it up and tries to cross the ball out to Robertson on that far side, but it's cut out by Palace. And now Palace moving up the field with a long ball up towards their strikers. And now Liverpool with minimal defenders back behind the ball, but Trent and Matip managing to close the space around the attacking Crystal Palace player. And the ball goes out for a goal kick. And now we're going to see a double substitution from Palace, as well as a double substitution by the looks of it from Liverpool as well. And looks like Firmino is going to be coming on for Liverpool. Should have brought him on earlier, in my opinion. Sorry, Joey, I will come back to your comments in a sec, mate. Just do these substitutions, see what names come up. I'm not very familiar with all the Crystal Palace players, to be honest. I've not watched them enough. So we're bang on 70 minutes, 20 minutes to go, and both teams are looking to make a double substitution right now. So it's Shalop and Mateta coming off for Palace, and Eze and Eduardo coming on for Palace. And for Liverpool, it's Fabinho and Firmino coming on. And I'm not sure the players that have gone off because it was showing us the Crystal Palace players then. So it's Jota coming off and Alexander-Arnold, surprisingly, guys. Alexander-Arnold that's come off. I'm shocked at that because he's been having a lot of time on the ball, but obviously maybe Klopp feels he's not producing enough with the possession that he's had. And now Liverpool get the game going. And Firmino straight away does what I've been saying, and what I've been saying a lot about this player. Why is Klopp not playing him? Straight away there, he's holding up the ball right in the centre of the park and gets Liverpool moving forward as the ball goes out on the far side for a throw-in. But yes, that does not surprise me. Firmino immediately coming on and showing what he brings to this Liverpool team. Oh, so Palace with a throw-in on this near side. Good opportunity to come back to the comments. Oh, sorry, Joey, I missed that one. Joey saying, well, at least we're not 3-0 down. Laugh out loud. No, much better performance today from Liverpool at the moment. But like I say, the noticeable thing, mate, is that both teams do look like they're lacking in confidence. Although, even though they look like they're lacking in confidence, both teams still trying to get forward. So that's a good thing. Joey also saying, I thought that said apps then. It's oops. Oops. Have I gone and joined, jinxed it? Laugh out loud. Hopefully not, mate. Hopefully not. Think positive, Joey. Think positive and just sit back and hold on to your lucky pants. um, Joey saying, ooh, birthday boy next month. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, another year older next month, mate. They just fly around once you get older. It's mad, isn't it? When you, oh, an opportunity there for Liverpool. Headed on. Firmino again. But yeah, I'm not rushing for that to come round, mate. I'm not rushing for that to come round at all. But unfortunately, like I say, it does come round too quickly sometimes. 74 minutes gone, guys. Ball out on this near side for Palace. And now Palace looking to get forward, but noticeable already that Firmino making an impact. Noticeable as well that Klopp felt the need to drop Fabinho as well in this one. Is that noticeable, guys, why there's been a slight improvement? So we've got four Crystal Palace, four corners, Liverpool three. So come to comments in a minute, guys. Just bear with me a second. We just got a corner here for Palace. Corner comes in. It's deep. Allison knocks it away. And now the referee blows for a foul. I'm not sure what the foul is for. That referee, who does he remind me of? He reminds me of some film actor or something that I know. I'm trying to think. Oh, what's he called? The guy. Oh, what's he called now? The Green. You guys remember the Green Mile, the film The Green Mile? The guy that plays the. Oh, I've seen him in other films and all, but I can't think. The referee looks like him, or is it just me? Take a look at him, guys. Definitely got a look of him. The guy. If you guys have seen the film Green Mile, um, the he, the guy Tom Hanks who plays the warden in it, or whatever you want to call him, the thingy. He goes out to see one of the solicitors at his house to find out about the guy because he doesn't think he's an evil man, and asks him about him. And the guy that acts that he says his kid got bit by a dog. What's that actor called now? The guy that plays the dad of the kid that got bit by a dog, and he's lost the sight in his eye. And I can't remember the name of his guy, but that actor, the referee looks like him. Just an observation for you guys, if you're interested. That just got me thinking then, because I just looked at, and I can't think what other films I've seen him in. I've seen him in other films and all. Lieutenant Dan, that's it. It's Lieutenant Dan off Forrest Gump. He looks like Lieutenant Dan off Forrest Gump. I knew I recognised his face. His face just looks at. Have a look, guys. If you're watching it, tell me if the referee's look reminds you of Lieutenant Dan off Forrest Gump. I'm not saying he looks exactly like him, but he's definitely got a look about him. I knew his face was reminding me of somebody famous then. Sorry, guys. Free kick for Crystal Palace, taken short, and it's whipped into the box, but headed away by Liverpool. And now a shot comes in, and it's miles wide from Crystal Palace. So that's a good opportunity to come back to the chat. 77 minutes gone, guys. Still 0-0. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Not a birthday I'm looking forward to. Lionel Thompson saying, Fanden is only 18 subscribers off 1K. Let's get to the big milestone and make it to the big stuff. Yeah, thank you very much for that, Lionel. I didn't. I thought, I don't know if it's 16 away. That's good. That means we've picked up a few new subscribers today, so that's awesome. Because I think the start of the day, I think it was on 20. That's so. If we've gone up a couple, that's awesome. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Lionel. Appreciated. I try not to bang on about subs too much because I know, obviously, I want, obviously, of course, want people to subscribe definitely. But I know a lot of other YouTubers do it a lot. They're mentioning it in almost every other sentence, and obviously, I need to mention it occasionally, definitely. and I appreciate you guys mentioning it all the time. Definitely appreciate it. But I try not to get. I'm trying to avoid getting in the habit of it of mentioning it overly too much because um, like I say, yes, it's an important part of YouTube, but I'm quite critical of other YouTubers for saying it too much. So that's why you don't hear me saying it too much because I think other YouTubers do spoil it by saying it too much. Um, but yeah, I always appreciate you guys trying to help with stuff like that. Massively appreciate it. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Lionel. And yeah, if any of you guys are new, please do consider subscribing. That would be really appreciated. So yeah, thanks for that, Lionel. Lionel's also saying it's my birthday in May, guys. I just want it to come as slow as possible because I've got GCSEs and mocks as soon as I turn 15. All right, you turn 15 in May. I thought you was 15. Um, that certainly explains one or two things. So yeah, that makes sense. So you've got still another year left to do your exams. So that's awesome. But yeah, just don't like say normally your age, mate. You're normally wishing for birthdays to come around because you get loads of cool goodies and stuff like that. But when you get to my age, you start wishing for your birthdays not to come round. But yeah, obviously, a big year for you coming up, then, mate. With exams coming up, that's going to be a crucial year. Just do the best you can, give it your full focus, and I really mean that because obviously, if you fail your exams the first time round, they will send you to sixth form college to resit those exams. So try and save you try and save yourself the hassle of having to resit exams that you've already done. Try and get it knocked off the first time round. Which is good. It's good that schools do that now that they send you to sixth form college because it makes sure that you're going into the adult world with with qualifications that are going to help you with your career options. But like I say, I always invite. Oh, an opportunity here for Liverpool. Oh, and the keeper closed the space there enough to unsettle this on-running Liverpool player. But it was a really good opportunity. Mo Salah, the assist there, and I'm trying to what player is that? That's the goalkeeper definitely saved Crystal Palace conceding a goal there, um, and it ends up going wide of the post. Um, Gakpo. I still can't get rid of his. I still can't get used to his name because he's still quite new to Liverpool, so I still can't get used to his name. But it was Gakpo with the opportunity there, but the goalkeeper, the Palace goalkeeper, just putting him off. And now the referee has issued another yellow card. I'm not sure who that's actually gone to. I think it's Matip. Yeah, Matip getting himself booked. Not a surprise, is it, guys? It's a blatant foul. He's got nothing to complain about there. What was I saying now? But yeah, absolutely, Lionel. Big year for you ahead, mate. And like I say, my best wishes for you sitting your exams. Always try and encourage you guys to give it your best efforts. Joey's saying, laugh out loud. Oh, sorry. Yeah, laugh out loud. Lieutenant Dan, I can see what you mean. He does have a look of him, doesn't he, Joey? He does. I'm not saying he looks exactly like him, but he has got a look of him. Lieutenant Dan. I love Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump. His character is awesome, absolutely awesome. I love it when he's sat on top of that boat, sitting there saying it's just you and me, and I'm right here. I laugh my head off every time I watch that film and see that bit. My wife always says that'd be me if I was in that position. But I like that. Nice one, Joe. I'm glad you recognised who I meant. But can you see it in his face, though? You can't see it. I'm not saying he looks exactly like him, but he's definitely got a look of him. Cross coming in for Crystal Palace, but Milner, the Warhorse, blocking off that. And do you think it's noticeable, guys, that Klopp has decided to play the likes of Milner and and Henderson in this game. Um, just hard-working players. Do you think it's made a difference? But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Like I say, mate, I couldn't help it. You got if I'm going to recognise players or managers or as coaches and stuff, we've got to mention it when they remind us of other famous people, because it's just a bit of a laugh and a giggle, in it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, definitely. For me, he's got a look of Lieutenant Dan, so that's awesome. Glad you can see it as well, Joey. Joey's saying, "Run, Forrest, run." Yeah, awesome. Oh, we're seeing, looks like Liverpool Klopp going to give one of the young Liverpool players an opportunity here. 84 minutes gone, and we are seeing uh, Gakpo coming off and Bajektic coming off. Young Liverpool player, definitely got a youngish face anyway. Not a player I'm very familiar with, but looks like a young lad to me. Definitely got a bit of a baby face going on there. Do you know of him, Joey? But Bajacto? No, not. I'm not a player. Not a player I'm very familiar with. Let us know, Joey, if you know much about him. Lionel's saying, "I get that, Gaz. I was told by a family member you get excited for." Uh, I get that, Gaz. I was told by a family member you get excited for birthdays being young. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm not understanding your comment correctly. I think you might slightly worded it wrong, but I think I get what you mean. I think you mean, yep. You get excited for birthdays when you're young, obviously. But yeah, I do enjoy my birthday when it comes round. When it gets closer, I look for it. I do try and enjoy it. I'm one of these kind of people that thinks that we don't. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for people that have the birthday on Christmas Day and stuff like that. But I always believe that everybody should have one special day of the year that's your day. And normally it's your birthday. And that's your day. That's your day for you. That just that one day of the year is your day to do whatever it is you want to do with your family, your friends, whether it's go out for a burger or a pint or whatever it is. It's just one day of the year. We all work with we run around like idiots, working, doing school, studies, this, that, and the other, the rest of the year round. So I always think that your birthday is the one day of the year that you should, that everybody should try to enjoy and make a special. Obviously, it don't work very well if, like I say, if your birthday falls on Christmas Day or something, then you're kind of screwed, aren't you? But and if your birthday falls on a leap year as well, then you're screwed. But you kind of guys get what I mean. I just think you should always try and make at least one day a year special for you. That you do stuff that you want to do for you and with the people that you care about, close friends and family. But yeah, when my birthday comes round, I try to make the most of it. I just don't wish for it to come round too quick because I'm getting older now. So unfortunately, that's something you haven't got to worry about too much just yet, Lionel. Still got plenty of youth on your side, mate. But believe me, enjoy it while it's there because it goes by so quickly. You will not believe it, honest. But thanks for that, Lionel. Lionel also saying just to confirm as well, I'm 14. I know it says in my personal Instagram account, but bio that I'm 15, but I just say it in there. Don't know why I say I'm a year older than I am. To be honest, probably because you're young, mate. A lot of when you're your age, a lot of people like to exaggerate their age a little bit and make out they're a little bit older. Than I've done it. I did it when I was young. You're just eager to grow up, but don't be too eager, mate. Enjoy it while you've got youth on your side, because believe me, when you get to my age, you wish you made the most of it while you were young. You definitely, when you get to my age, you look back and there's certain times in your life where you feel that you wasted some of your better years. So try not to do that as much. I think everybody goes through that. But the problem is to try and make the most of your youthful years. Because believe me, when you get older, you will look back on certain years and think, "Oh, did I make the best of that year? And did I make the best of that year?" So yeah, enjoy it, mate. Enjoy being young, because like I say, it don't last forever. Um, but yeah, that's probably where I got the idea that you were 15 because it's on your Instagram account. So yeah, at least you're being honest about it. Thanks for that, Lionel. Lionel's also saying thanks very much, Gaz, for that. Well, that will need it. Well needed. Is that well needed? Will need it. All right, yeah, with your exams, no, mate. I always try to be encouraging with you guys with exams going on. It's important, mate. It's important for your future. You know, all your working life is going to be based around whatever success you have in school, getting exams. So give it everything you've got, because if you want a good job in the future when you're an adult, believe you me, whatever qualifications you come out of school with are going to be very important. Even things like the armed services and stuff like that now want to see qualifications. When I was younger, they weren't as fussy. They did want to see you pass qualifications, but they weren't as fussy. But now, I believe that the armed forces are becoming a lot more difficult to get into because they want qualifications now. Um, so yeah, give it everything you've got, mate. Absolutely, focus on it as best you can, and give it your maximum effort. Joey's saying, "Can imagine you doing something like that in a storm." Laugh out loud. Yeah, Joey, going back, but that's what kind of fits in with my personality, um, with a little bit of that. So I think that's why my missus always says it, that she would expect me seeing me doing that in a storm, because it's a little bit of where my personality. I went boating once on the lakes in the Lake District, and the Coast Guard came out and told me I was nuts because I was the only person out on the lake in a storm. Me and my mate were out in my little boat in the middle of a storm, and it was literally, I mean, you can only get so big of waves in the Lake District anyway, but they were pretty decent waves, and they were chucking my boat all over the place. Nobody else was on the lake, and the lifeguard, Coast Guard, whatever you want to call it, they came out in one of them rib boats and said, "What are you guys doing out on the lake? Are you nuts? Can you not tell that nobody else is out here for a reason? Look at the way." And I was like, "Life's a living, bring it on." You know what I mean? So, Joey, you are absolutely spot on, mate. That is very much my personality. Um, to go and experience Mother Nature's ferocity. I'm definitely up for that kind of stuff. So yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Crystal Palace now trying to hit Liverpool on the counter attack, and it's still 0-0, guys. 3 minutes added on time. We can't blame Stevie here today for the 0-0 draw either. 91 minutes gone, and it's 0-0. 3 minutes added on time to this one, guys. Crystal Palace fans in full voice now. I think they're happy to be keeping a clean sheet and grabbing a point out of this one. Lots of noise coming from the home fans. Lionel is saying, "I honestly wonder how old you can get if your birthday on the 29th of February, exams born in 2008. So wouldn't you be 4 years old now, for example?" Yeah, absolutely. There's a program I like watching. I don't know if you guys know of it. Know of it. It's called Ice Pilots. And I like that show. But the mechanic in that, one of the mechanics is called Chuck, and I really like him actually. I'm sure if you guys have watched that program, you'll know why. But Chuck is a mechanic in it, and he's a guy that's born on a leap year. And I'm not sure how old he is, but I know there's an episode on that where they come in with a birthday cake for him on his 13th birthday. He's actually a full-grown man. I'm not sure exactly how old he is, but in leap years, he's actually only 13-year-old. So all the staff at the on the Ice Pilot show, the Buffalo Airways team, come in and bring him a birthday cake saying 13-year-old. But bear in mind, this is a full-grown man that's like, I don't know, I think he's in his late 50s, something like that. So yeah, like I say, it's quite funny that people with a birthday on the leap year can be, can give that. But yeah, wouldn't be nice though, would it, Lionel, when birthday comes round on a leap year and you're the only person that's missing out on your birthday and get one birthday every 4 years, I think you'd be pretty gutted with that. Joey is saying, who did you say? Who did you say? Bajet. I know I can't even pronounce his name, mate. But yeah, that's who I said. He's definitely a young lad, baby faced. Like I say, just curious whether you knew of him. There goes the full-time whistle, guys, and it's finished. Crystal Palace 0, Liverpool 0, and the Palace players surrounding the referee as well. But it's finished 0-0, guys. And the referee, after the final whistles, dishing out yellow cards here. Yep, Bajectic, he's called. Bajectic. So, yeah. I'm just wondering why the referee was still handing out yellow cards after the final whistle there, guys. So there you go, guys. And now Patrick Vieira is having words with the referee as well. I love it when managers go over and challenge the referee. That's what you want to see in it, guys. Yeah, so yeah, Joey, that's who I was talking about. Yeah, mate. I'm not sure how you spell his name, but yeah, I'm not even sure how you pronounce it, to be fair. So yeah, but that's the player. I mean, Joey's saying, yeah, he's only 18 years old. Cool. Well, it's good to see him getting an opportunity, and nice to see Klopp giving him a chance to get a first team appearance. Joey, is that first time you've seen him come on for the first team? Obviously, he didn't get much of a run out, but at least he got a bit of game time. That's the main thing. But yeah, Joey, let me know if he's played before, if he's had another, or is that the first time he's had a first team appearance? But thanks for that, Joey, and thanks for letting me know how old he is, because he actually does. It does look. He only looks about 16 or something. So yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing much more of him. Joey's saying he joined Liverpool under 18s in 2021. He's Spanish. Right, cool. That's awesome to see that Liverpool tapping into Spanish talent, young talent, because Real Madrid and Barcelona normally get the monopoly on that, don't they? So yeah, and possibly Atletico Madrid as well to a certain degree. So yeah, 10 out of 10 there for Liverpool, managing to spot youngsters in the Spanish football. That's awesome. So thanks for that, Joey. I'd just like to say, mate, not knowing not a lot about him, but yeah, now he's come. First time I've seen him. He may have been playing when I went to Man City the other week, for the under-21s game, but I didn't really take too much notice of individual players because, for one, that they were in the under-21s. They don't show their names on the back of the shirts, and for two, I was concentrating on the filming. So yeah. But yeah, he might have been playing then, and I just didn't realise he was on the pitch. But great to see a young player, and definitely pleased to see that Liverpool are managing to bring youngsters from Spain. That's really good, because, like I say, Real Madrid and Barcelona normally snap up any young talent that's going in Spain. Stevie Allen saying yes, you can't blame me second night. You can't blame me tonight. Laugh out loud. Yes, Stevie, not being given. It's a good job, isn't it? Stevie, you'd have been continuously hexed if you'd have come in with a 0-0 tonight, and it'd have been correct, wouldn't it? All the guys in the chat, they'd have all been like, never give a score prediction again. Thanks for that, Stevie. Lionel is saying, would be worth a watch, Gaz, and yes, it can be annoying. One birthday every 4 years, nothing worse. Yeah, I think the people that have that birthday on when it's a leap year, I think they just still like celebrate the birthday when it comes round, but I think they just celebrate it on the 28th of that month rather than the 29th, because obviously the 29th only comes round once every 4 years. But yeah, it would be very depressing, wouldn't it, Lionel? Absolutely. Not only that, I feel like you're losing a day every year, won't it? Um, but thanks for that, Lionel. Stevie is saying, thought it be better not to do a prediction. Didn't want to jinx Joey. Laugh out loud. I'm sure Joey is very grateful for that, mate. I'm sure Joey is very grateful for that. But thanks for that, Stevie. Appreciate it, mate. Rehan, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Rehan, can you dance? Welcome to Football Fan Den UK. Rehan, yes, I can dance, mate. Yes, well, I think I can. I don't know. It'd be for other people to judge whether I can dance, but I'm certainly not shy at getting up on the dance floor. That's for sure, mate. But like I say, welcome to Football Fan Den UK. Bit of a random question that for a new comer, but not a problem, mate. Like I say, great to have you involved. Let me just change that picture. There you go, guys. You can see me a bit better now. But thank you very much, Rehan. I hope I'm pronouncing your account name properly, mate. And like I say, welcome to Football Fan Den UK. Always great to see new fans involved. Joey's saying, cheers, Stevie. You need to start doing predictions again. Missing the banter. Laugh out loud. Yeah. That's a good point, Joey. Guys, if you're just joining us after the game, please do drop your comments in before I will try and stay on for a little bit longer just to answer. I'll let you guys have your say, comments, whatever it is. So please do consider hitting that like button and come and get involved in the chat. We want to hear from your thoughts on this game or any other games you guys have watched today. Please do feel free to get your comments in the chat. It would be great to hear from you. But yeah, Joey, you nice one, mate. You do that. You definitely encourage Stevie to drop some score predictions in because it created a great talking point and, like you say, a great bit of banter as well, mate. So hopefully Stevie will start to drop in more score predictions again. You're going to get some right, you're going to get some wrong, aren't you? So yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Rehan is saying, hi, who is your favorite player? Messi, Ronaldo. I think they're both great players. To be fair, mate, I don't really have a favorite out of the two. I think they're both top players. If anything, they're probably not my kind of players, if I'm honest, mate. Because I kind of my kind of players, the kind of players that I like are kind of, I'm a bit old school. I like old school players that work hard, like the likes of Paul Scholes and Roy Keane used to put in the work rate in, prepared to challenge. I like them kind of players that are physical and work hard for the team. That's the kind of players that I like. I've nothing against Ronaldo or Messi. They're fantastic players, top players. But a lot of fans obviously like skillful players that play sexy football. That's not kind of my cup of tea, to be fair, mate. Don't get me wrong, I can appreciate the skill and the flair, and I love all that. It contributes to the team. But if you're asking me what kind of players I like, then I've got to be honest. And the kind of players I like I say, are the type of players that work hard for the team. Kind of players like Patrick Vieira used to play for Arsenal, very hard-working player. And like I say, Milner probably perfect example of the type of player I like. I'm not too bothered about skill and flair. I like to see players that work hard for the team. Yes, we need an element of flair and skillful players. Absolutely, totally agree with that. But without those hard-working players, the likes that put the work in behind, in the defence and in midfield, then the likes of Messi and Ronaldo don't get the opportunities that they get, do they? It's the hard-working players that help those players have the opportunities on goal. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, mate. But no, I don't have either preference over Messi or Ronaldo. But thanks for the question, mate. And like I say, welcome to Fanden. Great to see you. Hopefully that gives you some sort of satisfactory answer, mate. Joey's saying, think this is probably second or third appearance for his first team. Oh, right. Well, cool. Nice one, Joey. Well, it's good to know he is getting game time, mate. That's good to know that he's getting the opportunities. At least Klopp's looking to try and get him in the team and give him the opportunity to, show what he can do. So that's awesome, mate. That's awesome to hear that. Like I say, one thing Klopp is good for, I've got to give him credit for that since he's coming to Liverpool. He does look to try and give the youngsters opportunities. And I think Guardiola is doing it, although I think with Guardiola, because he's got such a talented squad, because I'm not saying Liverpool haven't got a talented squad, they have got a very talented squad, but I think Man City have got a deeper depth of talent, haven't they? I think that's the right word to use. So with Man City youngsters, it's probably going to find it harder for them to get a first team opportunity. But Klopp definitely seems to be the kind of manager that wants to give those youngsters an opportunity. So it's great to hear that that this is like his second or third opportunity in the first team. So that's awesome, mate. We want to see, don't we, guys? We want to see young players getting opportunity in the first team, even if it's only the last 10 minutes of the game. We want to see these youngsters getting a chance to come on and at least have a feel of what it's like. You can't boil an egg, can you, without boiling the water? So it's the same thing with these young players. You can't expect them to develop and get better if you don't, dip them in the sauce, so to speak. You've got to give them the opportunity to get a little bit of a feel for first team action, because that's going to inspire them to push on and work harder. So yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Appreciate it. Let me know that, mate. Joey's saying hi, Rahan. Ronaldo for me. Cheers, Joey. Like I said, I don't really have a preference with Ronaldo or Messi. I just think they're both great players, but I think that'll be a debate that goes on for years and years to come. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Stevie is saying, okay, Joey, will do. Nice one, Joey. Yep, that's right, Stevie. Just you make sure you drop some predictions in. I think the fans like it. I think the fans like it. I think just like Joey's saying, just when you gave the 0-0, sorry guys, when you gave the 0-0 score prediction, I think the guys were just a bit gutted to see a 0-0 game because we wanted some goals. Same as we wanted goals in this one today, but we didn't get any. But it was, even though there weren't no goals in this one, it was still pretty entertaining game, end to end. Both teams trying to create opportunities. I'll be interested to see the stats after the game to see actually how many opportunities on goal there were. But yeah, like I say, overall it was a good game, even though it was a 0-0. But yep, Stevie, you come with the goal score predictions. We want to hear them from you, mate. And don't worry too much about people not liking your predictions. That's just part of being a football fan. You're always going to get some people that like it, some people that don't. So feel free in the future, mate, to drop your score predictions in. And thanks for that, Joey, top man. Appreciate you encouraging Stevie to get back into the score predictions. Maggie's saying, thanks, Fanden. See you on the next stream. No worries, Maggie. Thank you very much for coming, getting involved tonight. Been really great to have you involved, mate. Obviously, massive shout out to Maggie, being not a Premier League fan, Bolton fan, but showing that Maggie, he likes the football of any kind because he's coming, showing support and getting involved in other live streams that are nothing to do with Bolton. So massive shout out to Maggie for that, as well as Joey. Joey does it as well quite a lot, coming watching other games that are nothing to do with their own clubs. And that is, to me, guys, is the sign of true football fans, when you can sit and just watch other teams play and enjoy the football. So, yeah, absolutely, Maggie. Enjoy the rest of your evening, mate, and look after yourself, stay safe, and, yeah, hopefully catch you again soon, mate. Like I say, and enjoy the drink, have a drink as well tonight, mate. Celebrate the fact that Bolton's starting to really make a statement in League One now as well. So I'm buzzing with that win today. Really makes a stand in League One for us, doesn't it, mate? To let the other teams in and around us know that we are not too, they better start taking us more seriously. Stevie Allen saying, thanks, Maggie. Nice one, Stevie. Top man. Really appreciate you guys acknowledging and saying hi and goodbye to each other. That's awesome. Stevie Allen saying, no worries. We'll get my crystal ball ready. Laugh out loud. Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll have to, like I said, I think we'll consider it. You guys just keep using it as practice for now. But I think for you guys that come regular on the channel, I think maybe next season we could possibly we'll talk about it between now and the end of the season. We'll talk about it, see what you guys think. Maybe we get a little bit of a just an experimental predictions league going next season, and then when maybe we can do it as an experiment next season, and then see if we can develop it into some kind of competition in the future. But yeah, thanks for that, Steve. I think that might be quite fun actually for you guys. Make it a bit more interesting when you're coming in the live streams to see if we can get like a bit of a some kind of leaderboard going or something to see how many score predictions you get right. But I'd have to design it, wouldn't I? Because I'd have to come up with some kind of point system based on how you could earn points in it to win, like to make it a competitive league. But yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think of that. Do you like the idea of a league prediction, a predictions league type thing based on the stream? So it would be based on whatever games we stream, not so much on every result. So just basically predicting the games that we live stream and see how you guys get on competing against each other with the predictions. Let me know if you like the sound of that, guys. Because, like I say, if we was to do it as a league, it'd need probably quite a number of hours preparing and working out the details of how that could work. But yeah, I'm good at stuff like that, so I'm sure I could come up with a good plan for that. But like I said, I'd have to get a feel of what you guys think of it first before I spend that time on something like that. But thanks for that, Stevie. Like I say, mate, keep the score predictions coming. Joey's saying, yeah, get it, get polishing, Stevie. Laugh out loud. Yeah, yeah, Stevie. Joey might lend you his old Lucky Pants to polish it with. I don't think he'll let you near his new Lucky Pants. Joey's saying, yeah, that'd be cool, Gaz. Defo create some fun banter. Yeah, it would. That's why I have experimented with a little bit with a prediction league, but that was in the Euros. So obviously it was only short and sweet. But yeah, could do it. I could do it based on every game we stream, couldn't we? Every game we live stream, you guys come in at the start, give your score predictions. I write them down, and you could earn points based on getting it right, and you could also potentially earn points on how many on whether you get a win or a draw, whether you can predict it win or draw correctly, and you could also get potential points as well based on if you score if the scores are right. So for example, if you said Liverpool to win Crystal Palace 2-1, you could potentially earn points if it finished 2-0. You could potentially earn a 1 point apiece for each goal. I'd have to work out the details of how it could go, but it's a good idea in principle. I like to say we'll point it out as I say over the next week or two when you guys drop in. We'll see what everybody's thoughts are on it, and if so, I'll see if I can spend some time working on some kind of experimental predictions league for next season. We could test it, see how it goes, see if you guys enjoy it, and then if it's good and you like it, we could kick it off properly in the future for a proper tournament. But it would need at least one season to just test it and feel it out, though, wouldn't it? But yeah, I agree, Joe. I think it'd be a great idea. I think encourage a bit of friendly banter and like I said, it definitely create a talking point right at the start of the show, wouldn't it, as well, when we're waiting for games to get themselves going. So yeah, I'll give that some thought, mate, and we'll discuss it over the next couple of streams. See what you guys think of it. Who come on regular? Because like I say, it definitely needs some thought. Because obviously, you guys coming on regular, I know y'all come on regular, and that's awesome. Really appreciate that. But obviously, if I do, we'd have to figure out how it work with if you guys are busy. Because if you guys are busy, then you might miss some live streams if you're busy, which is totally understandable. You guys got other stuff going on in your lives, so you're not always available to come and get involved. So I'd have to work it out. I'll have a think about it over tonight. See what next couple of days. I think probably. But we'll discuss it in the next few live streams. See what you guys think of it, guys. If you just joined us, please do consider hitting that like button and If you're new, consider subscribing. We're very close to our first major target, 1,000 subs. So it'd be great if you could consider subscribing and drop your comments in the chat, guys. We are here for you. That is why the channel is called Football Fandom. We are not a club channel. We are very much a fan channel. We want you guys to feel part of what we're trying to do. And that is why we do the live stream. So please do feel free to get involved. Drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you. I'll only be here a few more minutes longer, guys, because I'm going to jump off and grab some food and make preparations for tomorrow's streams. Joey is saying, sounds good, guys. Yeah, thanks, Joey. Like I say, we'll mention it to the other guys, to Billy and Milzord and Maggie and obviously Minnie as well, and all you guys basically that come in regular. We'll have a chat about it over the next couple of streams and get everybody's opinion on it. But yeah, I agree, Joe. I think it'd be a great idea, and it would. I think it would also help to the community side of it. Help you guys feel a bit more part of Fandom as a community with something like that. So yeah. We'll definitely talk about it some more, mate, over the next couple of streams. See what the other guys think as well. But yeah, I like the idea as well, mate. I think it's a cracking idea. So, guys, if you just join us after the end of the Liverpool Crystal Palace game, it's finished. Liverpool nil. Crystal Palace nil. Liverpool nil. It was a good game, end to end. I think both teams gave a good account of themselves today. Liverpool fans probably not the result Liverpool fans would have wanted to see. But at least you got a clean sheet. That's the main thing. If you're a Liverpool fan, look at the positive. Look at the fact you got a clean sheet. But definitely needs to be improvement for Liverpool with the attacking intent. Just not as sharp this season with the goal threat as you guys have been in previous season. But massive point for Crystal Palace. Obviously. Their fans buzzing about it. They feel that was a good, well-earned point. And then, like I say, guys, finished 0-0. So I'm not sure. Let's have a quick look what that does to the Premier League table. We'll have a quick look before we call it a day. Let's have a quick. Let's have a quick eye on the Premier League table. Just bear with me a second, guys. Let's have a quick pop that up. Right, so let's hang on a minute. Present screen. Premier League table. There we go. Let's have a quick look at it. So there you go, guys. So Premier League table. Where are we? So Crystal Palace in 12th. And Liverpool have moved up the table a little bit, up to 7th from where they were. But I'm sure Liverpool fans will be expecting better than that. Yeah, Crystal Palace, 24 games played, 27 points. So Crystal Palace very much still in need of getting enough points on the board to secure their Premier League status. Obviously, they're nowhere near the relegation zone at the moment. But the magic mark, the magic number for Premier League survival is 40 points. That's what most managers consider the safety total. Once you hit 40 points, you're pretty much almost guaranteed safety for the for your Premier League future. So yeah, Crystal Palace still will work to do to close the gap on that 40 points mark. And noticeable to see that Liverpool on 36 points. When we look at the top of the table, Man City on 55 points. And Man City not at their best this season. As we've seen, they have made some mistakes, so they're still not at their best. But the reason I'm pointing out Manchester City is because, not so long ago we were seeing Liverpool and Man City competing at the top of the table. And this is a big clue to the drop-off with Liverpool. We can see there 10 wins, 6 draws, and 7 defeats. When we compare that to Manchester City, it's 17 wins, 4 draws, and 4 losses. So Liverpool almost close to doubling up their defeats and their draws compared to Manchester City. Um, I think Liverpool fans just need to look at it, try and salvage what you guys can out of this season, and go again next year. I think that's the best way to look at it for this season. Let me just change that camera angle so you guys can maybe see. There you go. You can see the table a bit better. But yeah, like I say, that's the top of the league, and let's just shunt it along to where you can see Liverpool involved there. Liverpool, and where's Crystal Palace gone? There's Crystal Palace in 12th. Um, so there you go. That's the table as you see it, guys. So I'm going to wrap up now. We'll read out these last few comments. Guys, if you are just joining us and you want to have your say, please do drop your comments in now before I jump off, because I will be jumping off in a moment or two. And please do consider hitting that like button and subscribe as well if you're new. We're very close to our first target of 1,000 subs, so it would be really appreciated if you could consider subscribing. Joey's saying, thanks, guys, for the streams today. Been great chatting to you as always. Top man, Joey, always a pleasure to have you involved, mate. Really, really do appreciate it. And like I say, mate, thank you very much for your positive comments and enthusiasm. And like I say, mate, really enjoyable to talk to you always, mate, always. And like I said, I really can't stress it enough, mate. I don't think live streams would be the same without you now. So yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Stevie's saying, thanks, Joey. Bit disappointing you didn't get the win, but at least you get a point. Absolutely. And it's a clean sheet. That's the main thing. I think that's the positive for Liverpool fans to look at. It's just the clean sheet. The point is obviously good, but Liverpool with bigger ambitions in the future of football. But the clean sheet stops the rot, so to speak, done it. And hopefully you guys can. I'd like to say, I think it's about trying to salvage what you can out of this season and go again next season. So yeah, fingers crossed. Liverpool fans are looking at it like that. But yeah, absolutely, Stevie, nice one, mate. I appreciate you putting a positive spin on it. Joey appreciates it as well, I'm sure. So yeah, thank you very much for that, guys. And absolutely, Joey, like I say, mate, always a pleasure to have you involved. As well as Stevie, with the great work that Stevie does behind the scenes as well. Joey's saying, cheers, guys. Gonna jump off now. Catch up to Moz if you're on. And if you're on. Yeah, I should be on tomorrow, mate. Should be hopefully on tomorrow. And yeah, absolutely. Take care of yourself, mate. Look after yourself. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And stay safe, mate. Stay safe. Thank you very much for all your positivity, and really enjoyed having you involved in the live streams today. As always, mate, you're always a very positive fan to have involved, and it's really appreciated. So, guys, if you're just joining us and you want to drop your comments in, please do drop them in now, because I will be jumping off in a moment. So please get any comments in you want to get in right now. Rich Bo Sports saying, hi, guys. I just woke up. I lost my dad on Thursday. He gave me a passion for sport. I hit the thumbs up. Thank you very much, Rich Boat Sports. Hitting like, and I'm really sorry to hear that, mate. That is really, really sad news. And my best wishes to you and your family, mate, at a difficult time. That's really, really sad news. I hope you lived a full and healthy, natural life. And like I say, really, really sorry to hear that, mate. My commiserations to you and your family. And like I say, I hope you guys are. I hope you guys are okay. Not to. Well, sorry, I'm getting confused with my words. I hope it's not come out of the blues for you guys. I hope it's not like something like you kind of get what I mean. If it come out of the blue, you'd be a bit better prepared for it, wouldn't you? But yeah, my best wishes to you and all your family, mate. I'm really, really sorry to hear that. And yeah, totally understandable if you're not sleeping very well at the minute. That would definitely affect anybody's sleeping pattern in that scenario, mate. Yeah, best wishes to you, Richard. Rich Bo Sports saying, what was the final score? Finished 0-0 this one, mate. Finished 0-0. And the earlier game with City. What did that finish now? I've forgotten. I've forgotten what did the Liverpool City game finish now? Oh, 4-0. No, sorry, 4-1 to City it was, wasn't it? Yeah. Finished 4-0 to City before in the earlier kickoff. And this one with Liverpool and Crystal Palace finished 0-0. So, yeah. But like I say, Richard, my best wishes to you, mate. Really do genuinely mean it. And rest in peace for your father. And like I say, giving you and your family all, sending you all my best wishes and thoughts. Joey's saying, hi, Richard. Oh, no, I'm sorry to hear that. Absolutely, Joey. Nice one, mate. I agree. Very sad news. And like I say, hopefully Richard will be not too affected by it, but I'm sure he will be affected by it. But in some way, nobody likes to lose parents. So, yeah, like I say, I'm sure everybody joins me in sending best wishes to Richard. Thanks for that, Joey. Will Pike, hi, Gaz. How's it going, Will? Not seen you for a while, mate. Hope everything with you is okay. How did your team get on today? I've not actually looked at championship results today that much. But Will, good to see you, mate. Hope you're okay, and welcome to the show. I'm just actually wrapping it up now, actually. So let us know before I go, Will, what your team's score result was today. Joey saying, hi, Will. Nice one, Joey. Really appreciate that, Joey. William Pike also doing the same. Awesome. You guys are top, so thanks for that. Rich Pro Sports is saying, sport is a great stress relief. He loved football, boxing, and athletics. It was sudden, great memories, though your channel has great values, blessed to one and all. Well, thank you very much for that, Richard. And absolutely blessings to you, mate, as well. And I'm really sorry to hear that it came unexpectedly. But like I say, my best wishes go out to you and your family. And I really mean it, mate. It's heartfelt, sincere, heartfelt condolences to you. And let's. I'm sure he'll be watching you proudly up in heaven and looking down on you and be proud of the man you've become, mate. I'm sure of that, as most fathers are. So, like I say, Richard, sorry to hear that, mate, and my best wishes to you, mate. Will Pike is saying, "I'm good, guys. Cheers, mate. We are playing 8 p.m. Monday night. Ah, right. So you guys, obviously, I'm sorry, Will. I was working this afternoon. I was hoping to do a 3 o'clock kickoff, but I was ended up working later, so I missed most of the 3 o'clock games. So that's why I was asking. I wasn't sure if your team played, mate. But thanks for that, Will. Still a game for you to look forward to there, mate. Will Park saying you. If that's you, I mean, am I okay? Yes, I'm good. Thanks, mate. I'm good. Thanks for asking. And my team, Bolton. If you're asking about Bolton, I'm sure you're probably aware anyway. But Bolton got a good win today as well, 2-1, which pushes them up into that very close to them play at them automatic promotion spots now. So good effort for Bolton. But yeah, thanks for that, Will. Appreciate it, mate. Rich Pro Sports saying, thanks for the update, guys. Are you enjoying live commentaries more now? I try to enjoy as many as possible, but I think I'm finding it difficult because of the work commitment. That's the biggest problem. Coming in tired from work, some days you can really get yourself up for it and embrace it and show that enthusiasm for it, and then other days you just feel really tired, lethargic, and that gets the better of you. So I'd say I feel like I'm getting better of it, getting better out of it. Sorry, I feel like I'm getting better at it in spells, but not consistently yet. But thanks for asking. Rich Bow Sports. Really appreciate you asking, mate. And I'll just keep going, mate, until I feel like I am finally getting better at it. As the saying goes, practice makes perfect, doesn't it, mate? But thank you very much for asking. It's really, really appreciated. Um, guys, if any of you want to drop your final comments in, please do them now because I'm going to jump off any second. Go and have some food. I've not had nothing to eat yet, so I'm really, really hungry actually. So I want to go get some food. But thanks for that, Richard. Stevie's saying thanks everyone for joining. Hope to see you on future streams. Please hit that like button before leaving. Nice one, Stevie. Thanks for that, mate. Really appreciated. And absolutely, guys, it would be appreciated. I don't particularly like keep mithering about the likes and stuff like that, but unfortunately, it is an important part of YouTubing. So really, really do appreciate it if you could consider hitting that like button and also consider subscribing if you're new, because we are very close to our first major target of 1,000 subs. So any support with that would be greatly appreciated. And thanks for that, Stevie. Really appreciated, mate. Rich Pro Sports saying, top man. Hope to be in touch soon. Respect to the football fan den community. Question: do you think that Manchester City will use the off the field controversies will motivate or hinder peace? Right. I think I get what you're meaning now. Yeah. I think initially, I'll be honest, I think initially it's going to bring them together. I think not Klopp, sorry. I think Guardiola will use it to bring a togetherness in the team, enthusiasm in the squad. I think they'll use it as a motivating factor, mate. I think they'll use it as like it's us against them mentality, and I think eventually it might. I think the longer it goes on, I think eventually it will start to grind on Manchester City. But I think Pep Guardiola right now will use it as that with that mentality. Why would he not do? A lot of managers would probably do that. To be fair, mate, use it as us against them mentality, because that can really get players fired up, can't it? And get an extra 5-10% motivation out of them. So initially, for the rest of this season at least, I expect City to use it as a motivating factor. But in future seasons, the longer it goes on, next season, the season after, then I think it may start to become a bit of a noose round their neck, so to speak. So hopefully that answers your question, mate. Rich Bo Sports also saying, get some grub down you. Cheers, Joey, Stevie, and all. Come on, 1,000 subs and beyond. Thank you very much for that, Rich Report. Really, really do appreciate the positivity, mate. And yep, I'm going to jump off now and go and get some food. But thank you very much for that, Richard. And like I say, mate, best wishes to you and your family. I know it's difficult at the minute, but try your best to keep your chin up as best possible. And like I say, all I could say, mate, is absolutely best wishes, and hopefully it brings you guys together as a family a little bit more, which I'm sure is what your father would want. And I'm sure, like I say, mate, I'm sure he's looking down from heaven, proud of you. I'm sure of that, mate, as most fathers would do. So, like I say, really sorry to hear about that sad news, mate, and we'll be thinking of you. We'll definitely be thinking of you. My thoughts are with you. Stephen Allen is saying, thanks, Richard. Best wishes to you and your family. Absolutely nice one, Stevie. Well said, mate. And like I say, I'm sure I'm sure a lot of the guys that have heard that sad news, our thoughts will be with you over the next few days and over the next week or two ahead. So, yeah, Richard, commiserations, mate. And thanks for that, Stevie. So, guys, that's it from me. Please do consider hitting that like button if it's not too much trouble before you leave, as well as consider subscribing if you're new. Be really appreciated. Now we're so close to our first major target. But that's it. Like I say, guys, take care. Look after yourselves out there. Stay safe. Stay positive. And like I say, hopefully I'll see you guys again soon on future streams. But that's it from me for now. Take care. Bye for now.